breast implant illness is part of a cult. It was just like bowling balls here. I could lie to myself as much as I want, but I hated them. They're just annoying.
I feel like I've been catfishing the internet.
Yeah, see that? I can't push my boobs together. It's not a documentary unless there's this one ambiguous white wall with a chair and the person walks down and sits on it. And then we begin. Plastic surgery, breast implant illness, boobs. Today we are talking my journey of getting implants, why I hate them, do I have breast implant illness, why breast implant illness is part of a cult, why I hate them, why I love them, why you might need them, why they might be making you sick. I've had a journey with these guys and I got them out, and here's what happened. Why did I get implants? I've always been a long, lanky person. I played basketball, volleyball, and then I got into the whole bodybuilding world. And this was 10 years ago. And it was a different place. The ideal fitness body was get so lean and shredded that you lose your boobs. And health was going under severe surgery to get your womanly curves. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I love Nike commercials, I love music, I love modeling. I was like, you know what? You're athletic. Let's do sports modeling, bodybuilding, and that will be my journey to get into like Nike ads. I know right now you're sitting and you're like, Keltie, that makes no sense. I didn't know. I'm from a little town in Edmonton. How the hell am I supposed to get to like LA and into entertainment business? So I tried everything I could. Got crazy into bodybuilding. And the one thing they always say, be like, you need more feminine curves. They kind of are saying, get a boob job without saying get a boob job. Almost a decade I've had them, and so in the last 2 or so years I started to get some traction on YouTube and I love it, but it was like a weird thing getting this following and already having my boobs. I'll get the comments, everyone's like, are they fake? And like I was like, oh, I don't even know what to say because I didn't like them. I just want them out. But it was very transactional. It was like, this will get me into nationals for bodybuilding, which will get me seen by places like Nike. Then I'll be the epitome of fitness, and this is how I can launch my career. Laying on the surgery bed, waking up, and it was just tightness. It was just like bowling balls here, and I just remember being like,
what is this? And you kind of get up and you're in this high fog.
And I remember being like, you know what, that will all go away, they'll settle down and they'll look real nice. They didn't settle down and look nice. Is you don't know how they're gonna turn out. Everybody's different. And guess what, mine never sunk. I was waiting 7 years. I was like, hey, time to drop, guys. My body type, my boobs just sat up here, and it was always this suffocating feeling that never went away. I decided these were making me so miserable, I had to get them out. I saved a bunch of money, booked a ton of consults with different surgeons, some in British Columbia, some in Edmonton, where I was from before, and all over Western Canada, eventually settling on Dr. Van Laken here in Vancouver. Now I did my research. Well, I tried. It was a weird time back then because plastic surgery was becoming more normal and accessible, but at the same time, it was still super taboo. So I couldn't just like go up to anyone that had a boob job and be like, hey guys, what do you think of your boobs? The few people I did ask, I was like, hey, how has this affected your workouts? Everyone, the surgeon said it shouldn't inhibit it. You will be able to do push-ups and chin up. And I saw all these girls on Instagram, they were super fit, had boobs, so I assumed I'd still be able to return to my regular fitness level, and I never did. I was never fully able to do push-ups the same way or pull-ups. It's just such an uncomfortable feeling. Some people can push past that, but for me specifically, it really started to inhibit certain movements. Distinctly remember being kind of excited for them, but never like, I want to show them off. I started to have some friends who started to get boobs after me. I remember seeing them and being how excited they were to like dress for their implants and finally show off some cleavage. And that was my first like little, I've never really felt that way. Okay, I'm just on a walk down by the seawall, and a thought just popped into my head. For the last couple of years, I've had just hated my fake boobs. But I couldn't really describe why. I was like, they don't look that bad. Where is the absolute like hatred for them? So I played college basketball. I was an athlete my entire life. For the first 21 years of my life, I almost didn't get a say in my body because it was like purely for performance. So right when I quit basketball, I went completely in the opposite direction, and all I cared about was aesthetics. I had no athleticism. All I cared about was looks. And I took that too far, to the point that I got boobs. And then I went on the journey that you guys might know me as, finding that confidence in my body. They're a symbol of like the extreme that I took, and they're a contradiction of everything that fitness should enhance your life. It should make you healthier and better. And I literally underwent a surgery. I cut myself up just for looks. Yeah, I think that's why I'm like, get these puppies out. Oh my God, they're just annoying. Quite a few times that this has happened in my life, and it's very symbolic of me just like hunching over. And it's just from being told first I was a swimmer and volleyball player. When I got into modeling, my chest was too wide, so I'd go like this. And then I got into fitness, and so I was like, no, stand proudly, stand up straight. And then suddenly you have these boobs, and when you stand like this with fake boobs, you got fake boobs, they're out there. So suddenly I started always going around like this. It seems so minuscule, but the longer you do that, the more likely you're gonna create muscle imbalances. And you're like, oh God, muscle imbalance. I know, it sounds like nothing, and it is nothing at the start until it's repetitive over time. Some things that I've noticed about my boobs that no one told me about. I see this nice little gap I have. A lot of people want cleavage. Yeah, see that? I can't push my boobs together. Fun fact. Never had it. Mine stick out. I get this little side boob, which some people love a side boob. I hate it because every time I go like this, and I do a lot of sports, it just rubs right against. Try a golf swing. Oh no. People think plastic surgery means however I want to look, let's do it. We aren't in the place where it's like, I want these boobs, I want this nose, and you get it. It doesn't work that way. So today is surgery day. I'm off. The worst part about it, you have to fast all morning. So that means no coffee, no water. Oh my God. So I moved to Toronto and I got there and I remember grinding and grinding and grinding, and the only thing I put towards my health was to make YouTube videos. And I hit utter burnout in June 2018 it was, or 2019. And I sat back and acknowledged, like, my hair was not healthy, my skin was not healthy, my digestion was not healthy, I was not healthy. Then it dawned on me we're also in the age of Google. I was like, there is no way on earth I'm the only person with red inflamed skin. And so I started Googling, and that is where I started my skin journey. I started learning what vitamin C was, exfoliating, moisture. I learned I did not have acne prone skin. Next, this is kind of like a three-phase thing. My hair. You guys have seen my hair journey. February 2020, I was like, it worked for your skin. It's time for it to work with your hair. Let's rip out the hair extensions, not rip them out, but gently take them out. I can't remember who the first person I saw talk about it, but I remember, you know, Robin Gallant, M. Dunk, all those girls who I kind of looked up into the fitness industry many years ago on YouTube. And they talked about breast implant illness. And that was the first time it even dawned on me that these could be doing anything. They were just there, like you kind of forget about them. I never really realized the impact. And then it just kind of planted a seed in my head. Do I have this breast implant? Is that impacting anything? What has happened since I've got my boobs out? So it is Monday. The surgery was a Friday. Some parts of recovery so far have been easier than I thought, and some harder. I thought I'd be sleepier during the day. I'm just a bit more like, want to do everything slow. But I can still do a bunch. I can't lift my arms. I can't do my makeup. Can't do my hair. This is the closest I've been able to do a bun so far. But the hardest part I didn't anticipate. You gotta wear a sports bra 24/7, so my back is so sore. And they're all taped up. Oh, that sounds it. I haven't had to take any pain meds. I thought I'd have to. It's just really sore. It's just uncomfy and like you're nervous. Sleep hasn't been perfect, but it's better than I thought. Every night I seem to wake up one time and can't fall back asleep. But I found this sleeping position. That's been the key. And so at least it's just like a half an hour, 45-minute disruption versus when I got him in, like I didn't sleep because I'm a side sleeper. You gotta sleep on your back. And everything I do is like T-Rex arms. So I gotta do everything like, grab it like this. Everything T-Rex. See, I'm not entertaining right now. I'm just like a blah. 2020 was a shit show. We all know that. I got into my stretching journey, and that was the first time I started to realize like how much mobility can make you feel good. And I never realized like how tight and balled up I constantly was like this, especially because I just like cared about weightlifting and explosiveness and never like stretched and opened myself up. And as soon as I started doing this, I was like, wow, I like physically and mentally feel better. Fitness is not just weightlifting. Fitness is not just being faster and stronger. It is also mobility and mental health and all these things. And then we had to go to the fourth thing, the thing that I just kept, I was like, oh, let's Barry's have my implants. And I had to start accepting, do I even like these? Are these harming me? And I finally was like, okay, you gotta start talking about this. You do not like these. I can lie to myself as much as I want, but I hated them. I hated how all you could see about was my boobs. I hated how they stretched fabric. I hated that I felt like this all the time. And then it really started dawning on me. I was like, whoa, I'm doing all this work to sit up stronger. I fix my ATP, but I have this muscle all day long that's contracting me and pulling. I don't think I have breast implant illness, but how much are having these really affecting my fitness? And this is where we open Pandora's box.
Do not open that door.
So I sent Research Keltie on a mission. Don't you dare come for me, Kim, because I put in the hours.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
Do I have breast implant illness? Is I research. And what did I keep coming upon? Breast implant Facebook group. Whew, this is juicy. So Research Keltie hacked into regular Keltie's account and we joined the Facebook group. When I first joined the group, it was amazing because my mind was like, whoa, look at all these things these women's had fixed: their digestion, their skin, their energy, their mental health. There was like so many beautiful stories of women's health completely changing from getting their breast implants out. Oh my God, it's not just a vanity thing, it's like a physical thing. And I started reading more and reading more. But then I got this gut feeling. Humans were funny. We just love to have something that doesn't take our own accountability for problems we have. Me too. I didn't want to account that it was my mental health was crap, my physical health, my financial health, everything else. So I put on makeup. I got hair extensions. I didn't want to accept that like a part of me wasn't healthy. But I started to realize when I just started working on my own confidence, going after I wanted, I had the power to not let those things cripple me. And the thing about breast implants is there has been a lot of research done about girls who have had problems from breast implants, and I'm not diminishing those. It makes sense. If you have a foreign thing in your body can have an improper immune response to it. I'm deathly allergic to avocados. I could tell you horror stories of what happens to me when I have avocados. If you're putting a foreign object in your body can reject it. So regardless, there's sadly going to be a realization that happens to a lot of women. Now, there has been textured implants that have been recalled. So especially if you have textured implants, please look into it because they've been recalled by the FDA. They've been linked to a very rare form of cancer. But that doesn't mean that's always the case, because for all those cases, there's thousands, upon millions of women who have never had an issue while they have breast implants. I have plenty of friends who have them and love them. I also have friends that have had them and do have some health issues. The problem about this Facebook group is it suddenly, breast implants were the result of every single problem these women had. I have to introduce Gabby. She also fake titties. We were trying to show all sides. We're trying to show the people who didn't like them, people who have had negative side effects, and people who love them.
I got mine in 2014, and honestly the main reason that I got mine was because as I was getting into bodybuilding and when I'd lose a lot of weight, I would lose my boobs, and just with how muscular I am being in the figure division, I just felt like I was losing some balance of my femininity there. So for me, I've just always wanted it. When I found out Vegas would do it when I turned 18, I literally used my student loan to get my boobs done.
Love that, love that.
And I fully embrace that, and I fully admit that. I mostly got it for myself, and I think that's the most important thing is, like, you know, getting them for yourself. So I got them for my confidence. I fully am so happy with the decision. I've never had any issues since then. You know, my posture isn't the best. I do have 600 and 650 cc's, so pretty big. And I understand breast implant illness is a thing, and you know, I'm not gonna say it's not. I don't fully see how it can be fully responsible for certain things. I know friends who literally have said like it's been a day and night difference, and I love that for them.
We're not saying breast implant illness isn't real, but we want to start painting the picture that not everyone's gonna get sick. Some people will get sick.
I was just reading the Facebook group. Here's an example of just ignoring medical advice. There's one individual, I'm not going to show any photos of people because I want to complete their privacy. They joined a private group for a reason. But one was having issues with her mouth, and she was trying to correlate it to maybe this part of my implants, and there were so many people in the comments being like, yes, this, blaming the implants solely for these issues. A bunch of dental hygienists who deal with your tongue all day long were like, no, this is blank, 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 blank. You just need to change up it could be your toothpaste. Just anyways, they broke it down to what it is. It's something they deal with every single day. They went to university for, and there was still doubt. This girl then was like, well, yeah, but is it because this is my implant? They're like, no, like my 17-year-old daughter has it. The problem about this Facebook group is it suddenly, breast implants were the result of every single problem these women had. Yes, the breast implant could be the issue. My worry with echo chambers in the Facebook groups and things like this is because it was the problem for a lot of women. Everyone assumes that's the only problem. And my biggest fear, and that's why I'm even just bringing this up, and I'm not trying to diminish breast implant illness, my fear is people will do that and overlook a bigger issue that there could be health-wise. I'm just saying, if you're experiencing it, look into breast implant illness. Do not assume that's what it is. Talk to medical professional, not Facebook groups. They can be a good resource. They're not the Bible.
It was my first realization of like an echo chamber, because what happened is I tried to ask a genuine question. There's something, you have your implant, a capsule forms around it. Scar tissue forms around, and the idea is when you don't just take out the implant, you also have to remove the scar tissue around it, because theoretically the silicone in the implant is seeping into the scar tissue. All those toxins, all that is still gonna be in your body. But then I talked to my surgeon, and I talked to some other women, and I found some other Facebook groups, and they were like, it's actually a very invasive surgery to get rid of the capsule. I'm like, maybe I should leave in the capsule. So I commented on this Facebook group. I was like, hey, I'm considering leaving my capsule in. Has anyone else experienced this? No. I spoke the forbidden word. You leave your capsule in. Boom, comment deleted. And that was the first time I was like, ooh, censorship. And that is even why I wanted to make this. I'm not saying you won't get breast implant illness. I'm not saying you won't not. I'm saying it depends on the person, and we have to hear all sides of it. We can't just hear one narrow perspective, because that is going to blind people to do surgeries they do not need.
Hi, my name is Bella Rose, and I chose to get my implants removed because I felt like they no longer served a purpose in my life. I had them in for 9 years, and the best part of having them at the time was because I felt like I needed to have bigger breasts to define who I was. The worst part of having them was not being able to lay on my stomach, not being able to embrace people. My life changing since implant removal has been just knowing that these toxic bags are out of my body, being able to embrace people within a full hug and feeling that connection when hugging the ones that you love.
So I talked a lot to my plastic surgeon. I went to someone who I absolutely love because she specialized in like cancer rehabilitation. Like, she's so much on just health and not just the physical. And so I even told her, I was like, let's not do it. But theoretically, if you get in there and you see I have an awful looking capsule, I give you permission to take it out. She looked in and I have photos. I'm gonna blur this out because YouTube. I mean, she's like, your capsules are so thin, but it could harm you so much by taking them out. And so I left them in. I'm also gonna be aware there's a lot of research of issues that these breast implants are causing. And so I'm gonna link some videos down below. There's some other women who've had amazing videos. They've done research, and I'm gonna show theirs as a different angle. Please go watch it after my video. This is just my own perspective, but their journeys are real as well, and they've done the research. You just have to see all sides and make the decision for yourself. Third and fourth day were the worst by far. I was moody, I was sore, I couldn't get up. I was also just like mentally exhausted. I didn't even dawn on. I was like, oh, I'm gonna work on music and I can edit YouTube videos, I can do all these creative things, and like just mentally I was just empty. And all I could pretty much do was go on some light walks and sit down and watch TV. And that's all you should do recovering for surgery. By week 7, I was able to go out for dinner. Week 2, I was able to put on tops that weren't buttoned up. I haven't really dressed up much post-surgery because I haven't really wanted to, and I've had to just dress practically. But oh my God, who is she? Look in an Avendo. I'm so happy. I've never been able to wear these for like years because they just did not fit right. And oh my God. So happy, 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 happy. I asked on my TikTok for any questions and answers you guys had about my explant. Can you specifically ask why they got annoying? You can't lay on them. If you lay on them, it's like laying on 2 tennis balls. Anytime you do pull-up movements, it like pulls up under. When you do push-ups, it kind of pushes them apart. Did I get a lift? No, I did not get a lift. I asked my doctor's opinion. She said I didn't have much breast tissue left, so it's very likely they wouldn't say. How much was the removal? They were about $10,000 Canadian to get in, and it was $8,500 to get them removed. I don't want this to say like if you have big boobs, you can't walk. Like, walk proud, show off those boobs. I'm proud of you. They're beautiful. I'm just saying for me personally, I didn't like to stand like this because I didn't want to bring attention to them. And so I walked like this for a long time. And now I'm suddenly walking up straight because of that. My core is being a bit more engaged, and I can already just feel this like lightness here. When my friends talked about their boobs and they talked about dressing, and they even said like, oh, wear that, show off the boobs. I'm like, no, I do not want to show off my boobs. Like, why do you get the boobs? I'm like, I don't know why I got the boobs. It was dumb to get the boobs. At the end of the day, it's just not that deep. We talked all about this. At the end of the day, I was like, I don't really like these. These don't feel like me. And the second I got them off, and I put on clothes, my best friend, Lexi, she was like, it just makes sense. And she has massive fake boobs, and I love that about her, and it fits her. I was like, you have boobs, makes sense. She's the glamour, she's the boom, that's her. She's got the fake eyelashes, the tattoos, the big boobs. That's my best friend, Lexi. I'm not that person. And now I feel like me. 1 month post-explant, I'm about to show you guys a try-on of the minimal bra, which I've been looking so forward to. Okay, I'm so excited. Time for the final reveal. Here are my boobs. There's none. I measured, I think I'm at like 32A. But that's okay. I'm so happy. This looks, oh my God. It's just like, I want to wear this in public. When I wore this bra before, some people loved the look because it was like, wow, nice boobs. And I was like, all you see is boobs. And now it's like, it just fits. I'm so happy. You ever wonder how flat I am? I'm built like a 2x4, guys. I feel like I've been catfishing the internet for like 8 years. Here's the real Keltie. No extensions, no fake boobs, don't even have fake nails right now. I got fake tan because it's just because I live in a cold climate. I'd be tanned if I lived in Spain. Here are my boobs. I'm so happy. This is worth it. Still got tape underneath for a little bit, so if you see this in the next while, I don't have a weird scar. My scars are healing quite nicely, but overall, 10 out of 10. I'm very happy. Almost back to being able to run full time. I'm feeling so good. I really wanted to make this video to show many different sides. For some people, getting them out is very beneficial for their health. Some people getting it out is very beneficial for their mental health. There's a lot of us in the middle that you really just have to make sure. Just realize surgery is invasive. If you're thinking of getting implants, it's not all smooth sailing. You don't know what you're gonna get. You have to go through surgery. Surgery is tough on your body. It is tough on you financially. Is it worth it? I don't know. And to my fitness girls, realize a lot of us fall into the we are built like 2x4, so let's get boobs to be more curvy. No, little boobs are in, but big boobs are in. If you got implants and you're watching this and you love them, love them. And I like that we keep the conversation going, because if breast implant illness is a thing, I'm not diminishing it. There has been recalled implants. We can't take away from the fact that, like, if something doesn't feel right, voice up, because like I said, the textured implants, there has been cases that have been linked to cancer. But is every implant? I don't know. You make that decision. Have a great day, go pet dog. Love you guys, bye.